Do you plan to use your LLC to purchase real estate property? In today's video, I am going to talk to you about how you can use an LLC to buy real estate property. Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm an attorney here at Mulai Law, where we help entrepreneurs just like you start your businesses without dealing with the complicated legal forms. Now, before I start talking about how to use an LLC to buy real estate property, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. Taking those actions truly helps our channel grow, so thank you in advance. So let's go ahead and talk about the cons of using an LLC to purchase property and to help you better understand whether forming an LLC for your real estate business is best for you. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the pros and cons of using an LLC to purchase real estate property. And I hope through this video, you'll be able to make a decision as to whether or not buying real estate property using an LLC is right for you. Now, before I start talking about the pros of using an LLC to purchase real estate property, I do want to give you a little background as to what an LLC is. An LLC is also known as a limited liability company. LLCs separate your business from your personal. This means if your business is ever sued, you will not be personally liable for that lawsuit. That means that your personal assets, such as your house, your bank account, your retirement account, your personal car, all of that will be protected. And the only assets that will be liable for that lawsuit will be the business assets. So to give you a quick example, you have one LLC. That one LLC owns 2 real estate properties. That means that if your LLC was ever sued, only those 2 properties would be liable for the lawsuit. Now, in order to create even further protection, you may want to know about the benefits of registering an LLC for each real estate property. Registering an LLC for each individual real estate property creates that extra protection as well as separation. And what I mean by that is if a tenant sues one of those real estate properties, your second real estate property will not be liable for this lawsuit. With 2 LLCs, there will not be that domino effect. Now that you have a little bit more background as to how an LLC works with real estate property, let's go ahead and start talking about the pros. The first major benefit of purchasing property through an LLC is that personal liability protection. Say, for example, you do not have an LLC and then you purchase real estate property to rent out to a tenant. For whatever reason, the tenant, after occupying your real estate property for a month, decides to sue you. You haven't formed an LLC and you are the personal owner of the real estate property. In that scenario, the tenant will not only be able to come after your real estate property that you're renting out to that tenant will also be able to come after your personal assets. As I mentioned before, that includes your bank account, that includes your retirement account, that includes your personal house, your personal car, etc. Forming an LLC and then using that LLC to purchase real estate property will create that separation. If that tenant attempts to sue your business for whatever reason, they will not be able to come after your personal assets. The second pro of purchasing property under an LLC is that when you purchase the property, instead of the title being under your own personal name, it will be under your LLC's company's name. This creates privacy. So if you find that you don't want your name associated with titles that are connected to real estate property, then in that case, the LLC company name will take the place of your personal name on that title. And then the third pro is the tax benefit that you receive. As an LLC, typically LLCs are taxed as disregarded entities. This means that any sort of taxes that you are responsible for pass through the entity and you're able to file and report any sort of business expenses on your personal tax return. Personal liability protection, privacy, and tax benefits are reasons why you may want to consider using an LLC to purchase property. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the cons of using an LLC to purchase property. There There are two cons that you're going to want to be mindful of when deciding whether to use an LLC to purchase real estate property. The first con to using an LLC to purchase real estate property are the expenses that you may incur. If this is your first time in the real estate market space and you're not too experienced and familiar with transactions, agreements, contracts, and best deals, then you may end up spending more money in your real estate investments than you ever imagined or expected. In order to avoid any sort of additional fees or additional expenses that you may not be able to cover, it is best that you speak with some sort of professional in the real estate field. Do keep in mind that it's likely that you're entering into the real estate market space because you want to be able to create some sort of side income. And so it is always my hope that the investments that individuals make connected to the real estate market brings back not only the funds that they initially invested and contributed, but beyond that. I cannot say with certainty whether or not that will happen, but it really depends on how diligent you are in your research, in the information that you obtain, and the actions that you take. The second con to using an LLC to purchase real estate property is the difficulty in obtaining loans. While there are loan providers out there that are willing to provide loans to established LLCs, it's important to note that if your LLC is brand new, if there isn't much credit history connected to that LLC, then you might run into some sort of difficulty obtaining that loan. However, do keep in mind that through your due diligence, you may be able to find some sort of loan service provider that is willing to provide you with a loan. Again, due diligence is key. In determining whether or not you should use an LLC to purchase real estate property, take into consideration the 3 pros that I spoke about as well as the 2 cons that I spoke about, and then come to a conclusion. But don't stop there. Make sure you do your due diligence. Do your homework. Do your research, learn what's best for you, and if you happen to want to learn more about using an LLC to purchase real estate property, make sure you click in the link below to book your free call with a professional who can help you better understand the pros and cons of using an LLC to purchase real estate property. If you happen to enjoy this video, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. If you would like to learn more about LLCs, corporations, DBAs, sole proprietorships, make sure you click on one of these videos here. It's time to invest in yourself. It's time to rise.